Well, did you know that nuts, being one of my daughters here, but they are also a healthy food to eat, and it's one of the healthiest foods on the planet. My daughter Alex Thomopoulos is here to teach us how to make our very own nut butters. Now, these are homemade nut butters. Why would I want to make a homemade nut butter versus the ones that I can get in the store?
Well, for several reasons. Number one, a lot of store-bought nut butters have a lot of salt and sugar and added stabilizers, so this kind of eliminates that and lets you regulate how much salt, how much sugar, and it lets you can substitute a healthier oil, like a coconut oil. Most store-bought peanut butters and most nut butters have palm oil, which is not good for the environment. It's not good for your heart. It kind of defeats the purpose of eating a healthy snack like a nut butter. Yeah. So, and also there's a lot of allergies. A lot of kids especially have peanut allergies, and there's 1 in 13 kids that have allergies and food allergies, and it's doubled 50% since 1997. So these kids, you know, a lot of schools are now banning peanut butter.
Right.
And so this is a great way to be able to make your own nut butters, because usually nut butters are like $13 a jar if you get like cashew or almond. It's a great, cheap way, healthy way to make a really delicious and nutritious snack.
Okay, what?
So there's no nuts in this for
no,
nut
right.
But no, you said for nut allergies.
Oh, I'm sorry, peanut allergies.
Okay, got it.
So,
okay.
Well, that's two for two between Jesse coming down. I'm asking good questions here.
No, you can't even have peanuts at school.
Right, I know that, but I didn't know. That's why I asked.
I apologize.
There's a peanut table at school?
Well, yeah, my daughter has to sit at the peanut table. She only saw boys, and I was like, why are you doing that? She said, well, it's a peanut table.
Oh,
I didn't know. I give her peanut butter every day.
I just got put at a table like by myself at school. They're like, you need to go sit over there. Don't talk to anybody. Exactly, yeah.
Let's bring in our nut butters right now so you guys can taste it.
What?
And, I tried to make a nut butter last week by myself. I spent a fortune buying peanut or almonds, and I put it in the blender. I made a mess out of it.
I know, I was there.
Okay, and I had to throw it out, and then I added stuff in it, and it turned out like wallpaper paste. But I want you to look at the consistency of this nut butter right here. This is made out of cashews. Look how beautiful that is.
Really creamy and delicious.
Okay, and Catherine, this is my other daughter. I have so many kids I can't remember who they are. This is Alex.
Really good.
Question.
Yes.
Does this have to be refrigerated? Or can you make a bunch and just leave it on the
Well, the trick is with oil spoils. So anytime you have nuts, you want to store them in your freezer. And when you grind them, you want to keep them in your refrigerator. It will make them last longer.
We have a little tape of what you did this morning on how to make this cashew butter. So let's take a look at it right now.
Okay, so I took some raw cashews and I toasted them in the oven at 350 degrees and pulled them out of the magic oven. And what I did is I took the Omega blender, which is a great, powerful, high-speed blender, and I turned the blender on. And what you're gonna get first is like a flour-like consistency. It's not gonna be creamy and smooth, but you add a little bit of coconut oil in there, and you're gonna blend it for quite a while until it becomes a nice, smooth, butter-like consistency.
How much is quite a while, like a minute or 2 minutes?
About like 5.
Really, that much? No, but if you don't have one of these powerful blenders, can you use a regular blender and you just...
you can. It's going to take a little bit, but it's absolutely possible to do.
All right, and you also were able to take this into really fun little homemade gifts as well.
Yes, exactly. Well, I mean, when I was a kid, I remember getting peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and they were delicious. Let's just put that on record. And I remember eating them at school, and they would get really soggy. So to send your kids to school with a little Tupperware or mason jar filled with some homemade nut butter, and then you can add in like little surprises, like little chocolate chips, or you can layer it with jelly, and then you can send your kids with little toast points, and they can make their own little like peanut butter and jelly dippers. It's a nice little
rice cakes too.
Rice cakes too.
Okay, love
and
that.
So what we're gonna do here, if you just want to follow my lead, Mama. Oh,
what?
Okay, well you're skipping ahead, but that's okay. Of course, she goes for the cookies. Come on. She's the cookie monster. So, these are my gluten-free ginger snap cookies, and you can find them.
Is that what we just had?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
These are delicious.
amazing.
Because Jesse, I like to include everybody in my segments.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
for those who have nut
you know I
allergies.
love you, girl.
Right.
But these are my
so
ginger
good.
snap cookies. You can find them on alextcooks.com. Just type in ginger snaps and the recipe will come up.
These are delicious.
Thank you. You know, I kind of know what I'm doing. So,
I know.
Anyways, you can.
I have the bills for it from culinary school.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
So you just take your ginger snap cookie, and you can make your own little healthy gluten-free whoopie pie with it. And the cashew cream or the cashew butter really goes well with the ginger snap.
And I love the little packages that you made over here with the cookies. It's very, very Jessie Jane-ish. You know, she loves to do that too.
Thank you. So basically, if you want to layer them, you just kind of layer some cashew butter, and then you can fill them with chocolate chips. Sometimes I like to do honey and cinnamon, some raisins, anything that you'd like, any nut you would like. So you can use almonds and peanuts, pecans. Oh, she's not even listening.
No, I want to give it to Ryan. Here, Ryan.
As you did the cashews?
Yes. You don't have to roast them if you're on a raw diet. And some people really find the benefits of raw nuts.